Rebecca. I'll be playing Elspeth, and we are missing once again our wizard playing lady who normally plays Maka. She's absent this evening, but I will let everyone else introduce themselves.
Hello, I'm Alex. I will be playing Azir Sunblessed, the High Elf Cleric of Life.
Hi, I'm Azuzu. I'm playing Copy, the Rogue, the Arcane Trickster.
I'm Sam. I'm playing Toto, Half Pint, the Halfling Ranger.
I'm Traz. I'm playing Cloud, the Tabaxi Rogue Warlock.
Got the DM for this evening.
And I believe Traz has volunteered to do our recap this week.
Yay, because it was such a fun game last time. As the party, left Westeros on a...
Westeros.
Sorry. I've been watching it.
Yeah, to be
I've
fair,
just finished it as well.
Can I just point out, right? I'm literally seconds after finishing it before coming on here, and I had to say, ready to leave for a while.
Yeah, tell me about it. But
Okay,
we'll leave that for
it
later.
for a while.
We'll leave that.
That's a discussion for after the stream.
As the group left West Run on a gift ship piloted by a gift they broke out of prison with a tiefling rogue and a band of orc barbarians. They ventured to the demi-plane where the prisoners from the raid on West Run were hopefully being held. On their travels, they stopped off at a little island of something in the astral plane where they did a bit of shopping, had a look at the culture as it be with the slavery and everything, buying a few items, and Toto for some weird reason buying a couple of slaves, and as they left they were being followed. Well, shortly after they left they noticed a ship following them. As the ship got closer, the group prepared themselves. It lowered its board, and our tiefling friend that we did not notice left the ship told everybody that he had stolen the ship. It was an easy way to ride. As we entered, we were ambushed, seeing that the inhabitants of the ship, being some very large spider people, had charmed him, and then ended up charming about half the group. And you catch us in the middle of a bit of a conflict between some spider people and half the group being charmed. So yeah.
Before we start the session, I would like to point out that did not give me nightmares for the next 2 days. Just pointing it out.
I'm not trying hard enough, am I?
No, you're trying plenty hard enough. I need my sleep.
Remind me again, who's not been charmed?
That would be me, Toto, Maka, the slaves, and the orcs, as well as a squid-faced, a Gif Yankee friend.
I reckon I should have from last time, since she were pretty much fucked, right? Those who are still charmed are still charmed and under the enthrall of your new Neogi overlords. Those who are not, how do you wish to try sort this out while you're standing on the deck of the ship watching your friends turn on you?
So if I remember correctly, Copy has a gun pointing at Toto's head, asking him to move.
Yep.
Cloud is still hasted as well.
Are we out of initiative at this point?
Yeah, we're out of initiative for the time being because I think we'll start it fresh from right now.
All right, I might just attack everybody. That is charmed.
I will give you. How many attacks have you got? 2 attacks.
And I can use the dancing sword as a bonus action. So I was gonna go bonus sword, the sword on copy as a bonus action, and then just fire an arrow at Cloud and else.
For the I'll make your attacks, and we'll see.
20 on the dancing sword.
Yeah, that hits.
Have you taken damage already?
No.
Okay, it's 12, just 12 points of damage.
Make your wisdom saving throw.
Is this with advantage or just straight?
Just straight, I believe.
Unless you've still got your inspiration.
12. 13 total.
Did Scott.exe stop working?
A wisdom saving throw, so is it definitely, yeah, it's a 13. Shy of it, I'm afraid. You're still under their influence.
I'm
Toto,
gonna.
take your 2 additional shots.
That one's on Elspeth.
That hits.
And while he's calculating the damage up, what was it Copy was going to do?
I was gonna push the gun into his head a bit more. Actually, no. I'm just gonna use the butt of the gun to try to knock him out.
Oh my!
Yay, natural 20! Fucking yay! As you're just about, just like, I'll say you make a melee attack just as a response thing, just because, why not? Drama, right? But Elspeth is not only out of charms, but I can give her, let's see, opportunity to the nearest Nyogi if she wishes.
Mm,
So it seems I get a +3 to hit with the. Would it be an unarmed strike?
Unarmed strike.
Yeah, so I get a +3 to hit because I'm proficient. Well, considered proficient with it. So that's an unnatural 20.
Yeah, that
Total.
hits.
Yep. Wait,
Uh,
motherfucker.
so that's 1 damage.
Elspeth, are you taking your attack of opportunity or?
no, I'm not going to.
Yep, but you are completely out of their enthrallment.
Awesome.
Alright, I'm gonna take my last shot at Cloud. This is 19.
I'm still hasted, correct?
So you have +2 to your AC.
Yeah, so no, that just zipped past this cloud, just sort of just ducked.
The bullet
Can
time, just
I-
watch the arrow go by him.
Can I use that inspiration you gave us last session to gain advantage?
Yeah, go ahead, use it up.
Fuck yeah.
And I've already been injured, so
16. Come on, man.
Free.
I'm free.
Yeah.
The tiefling and copy are under their influence. everyone else has been snapped out of it for the time being.
Yeah. I'm just glad the DC didn't rise that much after Cloud got his natural one last time.
Yeah, natural one. I'll make note of that for later. But Proto's managed to free 2 of the party members. Copy's still under the influence, and our wizard friend emerged from up down below, going, "What's going on? Oh shit!" And there's half of one of the mandibles on that ship still sticking out of your hull, and these ugly ass motherfucking spiders just crawling about with half the party members kind of mixed amongst them. And she's like, "Burn or no burn?"
We're on something flammable, so no burn.
Something else but burn. For time being.
Gets her fingers all lit up anyway, and she goes like, "Just give me, go ahead." Anyone want to do anything particular here before the Nyogi react to the skullduggery?
I would
I've-
like. After you.
No, go ahead. I used my reaction already.
I'm going to cast Counter Charm. So I'm just going to go, let's make me more charming than them, and just sort of start humming.
Cloud will. Can he see the tiefling?
Looks behind him and sees the tiefling at the back of the corridor with 3 Nyogi surrounding. Elspeth and Cloud have 2 that are just behind them.
Nice. I'm gonna throw a dagger at Copy then, seeing she Elizabeth, seeing she's still under, and I will throw a second. So one action dagger at Copy.
Yeah, that hits.
I've got a sneaky suspicion that would hit. Only just.
Now, curious whether sneak attack takes place or not.
I'll say no, not for this.
You get advantage on your saving throw, by the way.
And the second dagger will go to hold
You didn't roll the damage.
Just make that. You just make that, you little shit. This is why counter charm is useful, everybody.
on.
Bards should remember this to have a future.
Yo, bards would remember if bards didn't have to play cleric instead of bard.
Children. Bonus action, Cloud will drink a potion of healing.
Damage. Holy shit, mate. That was such a bad roll.
3 nat 1s in a row, damn.
What's the second throw on the tiefling?
No, I'll use the action to throw the dagger and a bonus action to drink. I was thinking about throwing at Tiefling, but if he's surrounded by the spider dudes, don't think he'd be too happy and laugh.
Can I ask a quick question? When a charm is broken, do we know automatically that we were?
Oh, you're under the impression that you go, hold on a minute, that was a weird sensation. That motherfucker just charmed me. It was kind of the once it's been broken, you have a brief moment of grogginess, and then you realise that they had their hold on you.
Okay.
Right, I'll cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level on Cloud. So you heal You get 17 hit points back, Cloud.
I feel better.
Anyone else got to do things before the Yogi kind of do their thing?
How bad is everyone looking in general?
2070 for me.
I'm looking alright.
I'm looking alright.
Yeah, then I'll hold on to the bigger stuff for the moment, because, yeah, might need that. I just need to check something. Yeah, that's all I'm doing, because basically everything else is just trying to figure out what I'm doing after this, because, yeah.
So, Yogi closest to Elspeth and Cloud, realizing that their hold has been broken, are going to turn and try a bite and claw attack each. So, first two are going to go towards Cloud.
Miss.
Right, okay. First one tries to bite you with its long eel-like neck, just kind of hum in for a bite, and and you're just gonna go nope, bitch, and duck it away. Pause. Fumbling about, and you're pretty much just like typical kitty going like miss me fool, and just kind of just ducking underneath it, in between its legs, dancing about, almost taking the piss out of it, and it is not happy. It's just kind of snarling at you. Elspeth, on the other hand, let's see what happens.
Nope.
Haha. I'm gonna have this Nyogi make a deck save here. As it rushes up to try and attack you, almost falls overboard, but manages to catch itself. But it's got its back turned to you, so that'll be the end of its turn. The other three, however, are going to start moving towards the out from inside the ship to the outside. Warlocks, what's the damage roll for Eldritch Blast? It's a 10.
It's a depends
Yeah.
what level they are.
No, the damage is a D10, yeah.
I just remember that because I don't have it right immediately. But, they're going to all just can charge up some like Eldritch energy and take shots at well, they got more better chance of shooting at is both Elspeth and Cloud. So two towards are going to shoot at Cloud. Third one's going to shoot for Elspeth. Guessing that's a miss, Cloud.
Yep.
Right now, you're just doing a one-man show of Swan Lake via the Astral Sea and Spider People. Just like, nope, nope, and just ducking it away and diving and jumping over shit, and they're just like, can't seem to hit you at all.
I just think it's like that scene out of the Matrix where I'm just like moving past all the bullets. It's just like, yeah, whatever, mate.
Yeah, that's just like, can't hit me now, can't hit me now. Ah, shot.
That hits.
Eight points damage. Last one just catches you on the leg just as your companion's getting dancing about, you're distracted, and just hear a whack and just hit it in the your left leg. Just
Did you
ow.
say that was Eldritch Blast?
That was an Eldritch Blast.
Do you add modifiers to cantrips?
It says so for these
Okay.
guys.
I was just double checking.
It's
Yeah.
a +4 bonus to each damage roll for them.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
Also, fun fact: their range with this shit is 300 feet is standard.
Yeah, the Eldritch Invocations end up
Yeah.
making Eldritch Blast one of the best cantrips.
Yeah, these guys get that at like base. Ridiculous. I like these spider buggers; they're quite nasty. But yeah, that's the 3 on the inside, 2 on the outside, and if Potter would like to roll proper initiative this time. Oh. All these low rolls out the way. Initiative order, copy. Other guys get try and attack Elspeth and Cloud. You've seen like Eldritch Energy getting shot at them as well. What do you do?
How far away are they from me?
From you, they are. What are- 35, 40 feet. One on the left, 35. Right is 45. 40.
Okay, I'm gonna move up. I'm very annoyed the fact that I just got stabbed twice. I'm gonna move up in the middle, um, and then I will take a shot at the one that's closest. Just a normal shot. That's a 5. No, that's a 16. No?
I'm just doing the. It does hit. I'm just doing the damage calculation here.
Oh, sorry.
It looks up and just gets like a couple of its teeth shot out,
And
and just looks over and it's not looking happy at you.
could I move up and maybe use one of the moss as a means to hide?
Stealth roll with disadvantage because it's not a big mast.
16.
I appear to have lost sight of you.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. Cloud, the one that was standing next to you is going to make a bite and claw attack again.
Yep.
That
Sorry, just a quick question. What's the one that was 35 feet away? Was that the one behind Cloud?
was the one next to Cloud.
So does that mean I get sneak attack damage?
Oh yeah, shit, yeah. My bad. Quickly roll that before I do the damage for this guy.
11.
11 points. I want to register the fact that, oh, not only you shot me, but you shot me good. And as its teeth sink into Cloud, 4 points piercing and 7 points poison, and make me a Constitution saving throw, please. Oh, poison for 1 minute. However, you can make a save at the end of each of your turns. It is then going to come in for its claws. Guessing that hits.
Just.
Elspeth, the one that was like almost ready to go overboard, try to attack you, comes its way back round, and let's see where it's going. Wisdom saving throw for whole person, correct?
Yes. Are you wanting to me to make a wisdom saving throw?
Yes. You feel that you're unable to move, as it's got you in whole person. The other 3 Neogi in the back, one of them's going to do the same to Cloud. Cloud, make me a wisdom saving throw, please. Are held in place. The other 2 are now going to charge up Eldritch Blast, and we'll need to make the attack roll. It's not an automatic hit, I don't think.
No, it's not. They still need to roll. They get advantage.
They still need to roll because it's a ranged attack. Yeah. Just up. Towards Cloud does not hit. Does 16 hit Elspeth?
Yes.
So you're up.
All right. I think. Can I jump up onto one of the ballista and try and shoot one of the Nyogi with the ballista? Like actually aim it at one of them.
Yeah, I'll say you had that already pre-prepared. You just need to turn and shoot.
All right. I want to aim at one of the ones that's holding either Elspeth or Cloud, whichever one's looks like it's easier to hit.
One holding Elspeth's the one next to her. The one that's holding Clouds is inside the ship.
Are we
Plus-
still using the same ballista stats that we used last time?
It's what was the one that we agreed on last time?
I think it was just a medium, like +6 to hit, 3d12 +9.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go for that one that's got Elspeth.
Go for it and hit it. This is going to be funny. Fuck it up. You're like, please don't hit Elspeth. Please don't hit Elspeth. Fire it. Misses Elspeth by like a teardrop. and scuds the Naogi in the face.
Yeah.
Roll damage for it.
What is with the low rolls tonight?
Me?
They need to make a concentration check as well for the hold person.
It's a wisdom in it.
No, it's Constitution.
Constitution. Sorry.
And it
That's a
fails.
fail.
Yep. I'm not held anymore.
As you were held in place and got like hit, and you're like, okay, this is bad, this is bad. The next thing you know, you see the bolt fly past you and just scud in the Yogi holding you. It's like, ah. Anything else from Toto?
That's it.
Have you not still got your dancing sword out? Could you not use that as your bonus?
That is a good point. They need to be within 30 feet of me.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there.
Hang on, which member of the party did you attack last with it?
Copy. And Copy was like right behind me.
Because you could always move it next to Cloud so like it could attack the one attacking him.
Yeah, I can move it. I'm gonna move it 30 feet towards the Nyogi ship. And just get it in between their ship and our ship, just so it's there.
Gangplank kind of area.
Yeah.
Just a wee just floating sword in case they come at me, I chib you kind of thing.
Yeah, just guarding it. Just floating.
But you're up next. You're currently being held, so kick out of it, or is he stuck? I really should look up whole person more often.
1 second.
Well, I need to make a con save anyway.
Yeah, because of the poison.
There's hold person.
Unsave. Unfortunately, I'm still poisoned.
And it's a wisdom save for the hold person.
And I wisdom save for the whole person. I wasn't sure if it was all held.
Yep, there's pissing in the wind there.
Stay here, guys. It's fine. I'm blessed. What should I do? What are you doing?
Right. Yeah, I'm going to cast Dispel Magic to get rid of the whole person on Cloud. And I'm casting it at 3rd level.
Is that
No,
it's you that make it? Sorry, I was reading that wrong.
What level are they casting hold person at?
2nd level. Sorry.
So it automatically
then it's
ends
automatically. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
'cause-
sorry. I was double checking that. There was the third. I was just making sure that in the book does it tell you what level they if they do it higher or not? Because some of their abilities are. No, sorry, it's 4th level.
Right, 4th level. So,
My math mixed up there because I was looking at it because it tells you like some of the spells have got like they've got number of slots, some and 2 4th level slots. It was a 4th level slot I used.
Right, so I need to make a DC 14 Wisdom check.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so cool.
That roll was for something else that I kind of bugged up as well. I need to double check the numbers while you're doing.
Wisdom. That fucking whole person is gone. If I could physically yeet a magic, I just yeeted that whole person off Cloud.
So I'm guessing gone.
Well, I rolled a nat 20 on the ability check, so I'd assume so. Unless the spell's being cast at 9th level, that's gone.
Yeah, and because you managed to do it with a natural 20, I'll give Cloud an attack of opportunity to the one that's next to him if he wishes.
Nice. That's a surprise, motherfucker.
Oh heck yeah! Also, that D20 roll was going to be a +3, but Maka got it anyway. So we'll see what that is in a minute once Cloud totals up his damage.
18.
I'll count it as sneak attack because he's like, surprise, motherfucker!
Here's your fries, motherfucker!
Oh, and that Nyogi is looking rough. Considering about what 3 or 4 members of the party have just literally just like ganked the motherfucker, he's just like,
Yeah, I'll just move up so that I'll move up here so that if need be, I'm in range to cast touching healing spells on either Elspeth or Cloud. And that'll be my turn.
Elspeth, you're up.
Cool. So, as my action, I am going to reach out to the one in front of me and cast Inflict Wounds at level 2. Nope.
And you basically see one of its long kind of fur eel like neck. You just basically reach out and just stroke it a little bit, just like, hey there, big spider friend.
And then, as my bonus action, I am going to give Copy Inspiration. And I'm going to go. A circus performer named Brian once smiled as he rode on a lion. They came back from the ride, but with Brian inside and the smile on the face of the lion.
Thank you.
No problem. And that is my turn, because I'm not moving. Kind of can't move, I'm trapped between a spider and an arsehole, so.
There's a nursery rhyme in there somewhere. The reason why Maka wasn't getting involved is because she spotted something on the port side. A bigger Nyogi ship that was in the area. It's on its way.
Oh, yay.
We related to the party because like, guys, big ugly spider ship. Well, bigger ugly spider ship on way.
That you can burn. That you can burn.
How big a flame do you think we need?
As big as you can make.
You see like a kind of half spark kind of appear in her face, like, you mean fireball or bigger?
Bigger.
With the ring on her finger and goes, are you sure?
As long as it don't kill us, then yes.
I'll just say for flavor's sake that she's going to use it. It's unfortunate. She holds it on her hand with a finger, with the ring on it, extended, and she says, "You might want to watch this and just imagine for a moment I can't remember the name. One in FIFA Vendetta with the blow up shit. That starts playing in the back of your mind as three tears opening up in the astral sea. Burning rocks fly out it towards the Neogi ship and just pancake the thing. Boof, boof, and boof, and it just shatters into a million pieces. The other Neogi on the ship attacking you guys look in horror as their larger compatriots just get annihilated in front of them. Actually, roll. Roll for that one I've witnessed. Only one Neogi has decided this fight's still worth doing. The others have went, fuck this shit, we're out, we'll get you another time, and have now started to retreat into the inside of the ship.
It's also amazing how you only rolled one roll above a 10 in all of those.
That's just crazy. But yeah, the sight of Maka annihilating one of their larger ships with a meteor swarm, I don't blame him. The only one that is still being yo, I'm a badass is the one that's currently getting petted by Elspeth. The rest have all just shot it and ran inside.
Do I get an attack of the opportunity to the one in front of me if it runs away?
Yes, you do. That hits.
Uh, 15 points.
As it's running, it's starting to limp. Back to the top of the initiative. Copy. You've just witnessed Maka pop up from below deck and annihilate the larger Neogi ship. The rest of the Neogi are running in fear.
I am going to run behind them. So I'm going to run through my compatriots and try to take a stab at the one that's just disengaged from Cloud.
Go. And make an attack roll.
With my new short sword,
Hey, go for it.
a 14.
You have
14.
inspiration if you need it.
And I will add my inspiration. Is that okay?
That is cool if you want to add it.
1d8.
That is a 17.
17 hits because a 14 would have missed.
And if I was hidden, that means stealth attack?
Yes.
So that'll be a total of 23 damage.
See? You just speed past Cloud, and as you just get up to it, you cut it, and its under part of its torso just spills open as it's running, and its inside just kind of trail behind it, and it goes down on the floor.
Okay. bonus action dash. I'm moving further into the ship. I'm chasing these guys.
Oh, you're now next to the others, deep in the bowels of the ship, with the tiefling 10 feet in front of you.
Okay. That's my turn.
And the only one that's going to make any sort of aggressive maneuvers is the Bolgene, as we'll nickname him from this point, that's still in front of Elspeth, just seeing its compatriots getting chased down. Is going to turn back towards Copy and fire off an Eldritch Blast.
Sorry, just a quick clarification. Were they next to each other?
The ones that when you ran by?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you weren't in its space to begin with, so you can move by it, it's fine.
12 misses.
Fires off and it hits the bulkhead behind you, and you're just like, ha! And you flip it off as you run by it. You can do, really. Apart from, it's going to back off just a little bit from Elspeth and start climbing the walls.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, because it's distracted looking at
Not that
Poppy.
this
It kind of
fucking
it loses track of you for a second and just is like, okay.
Yep, no. My girl cannot use weapons at all.
Shave a little bit of the fur at the back of its thorax. That's about it.
Cool.
Is there a ball patch on the big spider bit?
She'll look at us
Otto.
all and go, why the fuck do I bother?
Otto, you're up.
All right. I don't really want to leave the ship, so I'm gonna just try and kind of come around to the gangplank bit, try and get a look down into their ship and see if I can pop a couple off with some longbow shots.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna whichever is kind of the best one that I can see. I kind of got the best shot on. I got a hunter's mark.
And you've got the best shot on is the one that's nearest Elspeth, climbing the walls outside, still on the exterior of the ship. It's kind of climbing the outside of it, whereas the ones that went down into the actual tunnel stroke entry bit are further in.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna hunter's mark that, and I'm just gonna take a couple of shots at it.
Oh. Fire away.
26. It's taking damage, right?
It's taking
They all
damage
took
already.
damage from Macri. Cool. That's 18 points of damage. Do I get sneak attack on that?
I'll say no, hits aware of you, and it's already taken its turn in combat, so
Okay, that's
unfortunately.
fair enough. I thought I'd ask, but yeah. I'm just gonna hit it
Enough,
again.
enough. Hey!
Yeah,
Woo!
boy.
Roll that shit, please.
So what's that?
That's 20.
Yeah, 20. 26. 26. 38 points of damage.
8 points. You fire off the longbow. First one hits it, and it's kind of like, fuck. Turns round, and you basically pin its head to the ship's hull, and its whole body just kind of goes limp and is now just dangling on the side of the ship.
Nice. Yeah. I think that's going to be everything. I haven't got any more bonus actions either. So I'm just going to kind of just hold that position and just wait for everyone to start coming back on the ship if they're coming back on.
Cloud, you're up.
Well, I'm not frozen. I'm not a held person anymore, so that's good. I'll turn to Elizabeth and Azir and say, "Get back on the ship. We'll be back in a moment." And he's gonna running after Elizabeth, and if he sees the tiefling, he's going to throw a dagger. Well, he's going to run up and just crack him in the back of the head or something, then try and knock some sense into him.
So I'll say you managed to dash past Elizabeth and just go, huh, too slow, and just kind of do like a flying elbow into the tiefling as he's standing amongst these Neogi that'll try to run past him. Actually, don't hit him. I was doing the same thing expecting you would, but you actually miss him on the first go.
Blimey, I actually miss.
Yeah.
Sort of get distracted, and I'll use my bonus action to hit him again.
That hits, yeah.
I sort of run past him, expect to hit him, completely miss, and it's just like, what the fuck? Just walk behind and just crack him on the head.
Still not used to the additional speed that you've got right now with haste. So you're like, oh, hang on, reverse, like beep, beep, crack you, right in the back of the head, and yeah, he's still under their influence. But actually, hold on, it was
Is Elspeth still playing Countercharm?
No.
oh fucks it. God damn it, tieflings.
Well, he takes 15 points of bludgeoning damage as Cloud smacks him with the opposite end of the blade staff.
He does. That he does.
Is he
Oh,
still standing?
He's still standing, looking a bit worse for wear, but he's still standing.
Cloud just sort of stands and stares at him like, you stubborn bastard. And that's unfortunately all his move.
Alex.
Yeah, how bad does Elspeth look right now?
Fairly bad.
Right, then I'll cast Cure Wounds on her at 2nd level. So she gets 9 points of health back.
Cool.
And I'll just swing round and just get in front of Elspeth. Just so that she can back up and I can just block anything that might try and come back on as we get back onto the ship. And that'll be my turn.
Elspeth.
The Neogi that was attacking me and had me in hold person, is it still around?
It's dead. Toto
Oh.
basically pinned it to the hull.
Okay. Can I see any of the other ones without really moving from where I am now?
Look down the corridor at the end of the gangplank, and you can see the three other ones booking it down the corridor, with Cloud, the Tiefling, and Elizabeth in front of them.
Can I try and scorching ray one of them with my headpiece? Oh, sorry. Did you say I could or I couldn't?
Yes.
Sorry. So that's ray 1, which doesn't hit.
I have to ask, where the hell did that gift come from?
God only knows.
16 hits.
So 6 on that one. and then 10 on that one, so 16 points of fire damage to whichever one is easier for me to hit.
Cool. That one that's running away and it kind of yelps out in pain, but it's still running in the corridor.
Cool. And as my bonus action, I'm going to once again inspire copy. With there was a young fellow named Clyde who fell in an outhouse and died. Along came his brother and fell in another, and now they're interred side by side.
Lols.
That was a good one.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is your turn.
How many more can I see in front of me?
Yeah, still the three that are running away. They're going to try and make a sharp left in a moment.
Okay. I am just gonna run up to the closest one and stab it with the short sword. No sneak attack.
The closest one will be the one that's been scorched.
Oh right. The one after that.
Okay, go ahead, make an attack.
I will use my inspiration. It's 1d8 or 1d6?
1d8.
15.
I'll take the damage off. And cut it, and it's like ah.
And then I'm going to take a bonus action attack with the dagger. 16, so that'll be a total of 13 damage.
All three that were running immediately kind of come to the end of the corridor and go, okay, enough of this shit, and turn. All three of them seemingly vanish.
Damn it!
They went. Do you wish to do anything?
I mean, if they're all gone, then I'm just gonna wait for everyone to get back on the ship. I'm just gonna hold my position, kind of at the top of the gangplank, and wait for everyone to get back on.
Cloud, do you do anything?
Um, yeah. What's the tiefling actually doing? Is he just standing there waiting for orders, or what?
Still recovering from that blow you gave him to the face, but he's kind of looking confused and where'd the masters go?
How rough is he currently looking?
Like 2/3 okay, but that third you gave him a good whack to the face.
Um, yeah, I'm going to. Let me just have a quick look. Yeah, screw it. Cloud will pull out the um, golden whistle. Is it an action or bonus action to use this?
I'll say a
Would you say?
bonus action.
Awesome. Cloud's gonna blow it, and he's going to summon. Yeah, he's gonna summon a brown bear, large brown bear, behind where between him and where he knew the Inogi were, and just say, just if you see anything squishy, just on the ship, start pulling it out. Just start pulling the ship apart if it can. And
just the person starts going about and just starts smacking it shit randomly.
yeah,
As you summon it and give it a commando, you see just at the corner of your eye one of the Neogi reappear and try to claw you, and then bite, and it missed on both accounts.
hey, you silly dick. Well, with that, Cloud will just take a swing at him then.
Hit. It is the one that was scorched, by the way. It is. Yeah, you hit it.
14 points of slashing damage. And Cloud will maneuver his way. Yeah, he'll sort of not get between the Neogi and the Tiefling, but he'll keep sort of like Tiefling sort of protected in a way, just so he doesn't get flanked.
Cool. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Yeah, my turn's literally just going to be holding my action if anything comes towards the ship that I don't think is friendly. So basically, if it's not Cloud, Copy, Elizabeth, or the Tiefling, I'm going to take a swing at it.
On your action in case anything comes and swing.
Yep.
Close. Protection, movement, anything at all? Nope.
No.
Elspeth.
So I'm going to step off the gangplank and back onto our ship. And then I am going to cast message to Cloud and go, yell if you need us. Don't do anything stupid. And that will be my turn.
Walking back, you just see Maka just looking towards the site of the debris from the ship that she just completely annihilated, and she's got the biggest smile on her face that you've seen her had the whole time you've been traveling with her.
Did you give her a ring of meteor swarm? Is that what you did?
No, spell
That was-
storing with 1.
Spell storing. What it normally does is it stores X amount number of spells from 1 to 6. But when Becca checked it and says, "Is there anything in this?" She's like, "Yes, got something in it," and got a natural 20. I went, "You know what? It's got one spell in it, but I'm going to break the rules a little bit and have it be that." So rather than getting a bunch of smaller spells, you got one use of that. Fair. I made it say, okay, how big a fireball do you want? Go bigger. I can go really bigger. Go for it. Okay, whack, and just take out the whole ship in one go. Also, there's something green glowing from our bag, but that's but you notice that as you're walking by, and that's back to Copy.
You said the three of them disappeared, but then one of them reappeared next to Cloud.
Yes. You now see
You
that one. Make me a passive perception. What's your passive perception? Sorry.
11. Yeah, 11.
You want to make a perception check to see if you can see, because with 11, you're like, okay, I don't see what it is. But if you make a check,
18.
your attention goes up the way and on the ceiling above you. You just see a faint shimmer, and it's about to drop. What do you do?
Drop on me.
Yes.
Magic missile at first level. So all three of them, 2, 5, and 3 damage. That's 10 damage total.
Oh, 10-point damage. As it tries to drop down, you hit it with a magic missile, and it lands next to you. And it's not looking happy.
That's fine. I'm going to use bonus action disengage to kind of swivel around and get slightly closer to Cloud.
Andy.
And then that's my turn.
Last two. Oh, what was that? Last one that was invisible is going to reappear and strike Cloud from behind. 14's a nope. Yeah, 8 is a nope. So it appears out of nowhere and completely botches it. The other ones are the first one that's in front of Copy is just like, okay, you hit me, I'm gonna hit you.
Yep. Yeah, hits.
Points piercing and
Con save?
yes, make a con save as you take 14 points poison damage. Are poisoned for 1 minute, though you can make saves at the end of each. Last one.
Oh, shit. Sorry, give me a sec. I messed up the count. 19. Yeah.
The last one is going to fire off an Eldritch Blast at.
I am going to use my Unsettling Visage, which means he just rolls it at disadvantage. Damn,
This
feel like I
is.
wasted that.
And it's a bad day when the giant eel-necked, ugly ass spider thinks, "Ooh," when it looks at you.
Yep, I'm going to enjoy killing them.
So,
I can't see what's going on the other ship from this ship, right?
all you can hear is just the occasional Eldritch Blast or magic missile going off.
Alright, I'm gonna just kind of hold out, hope that everything's going okay, and I'm gonna just cure wound Elspeth at second. So that's 11 points back for Elspeth.
Thank you.
Yeah, just gonna wait it out, just hope for the best. If I'm gonna wait a couple of rounds, and then if nothing happens, then I'm gonna go in. But at the minute, I'm just holding.
Oh. Third.
Right. How far away am I? One from Elizabeth and two from the gangplank entrance.
5 feet away from Elizabeth, and the gangplank entrance is about 30 feet away from you backwards.
You're still hasted, by the way. I've done nothing that would drop that.
Yeah, I keep on forgetting to actually roll my extra attack as well, so don't worry. And remembering that, I will use my first action to cast Armor of Agathis on me. And I will use he's going to just try and wail on the most injured one of these guys.
Go up to its face and proceed to smack it. First attack hits.
Is copy Elizabeth close enough for me to get sneak attack or not?
2 on 2 here, and the third one's kind of a few steps back.
So is that yes? Sorry.
It's you two versus they two. They're kind of mixed in, so it's
Righto, that's fair enough. That's 15 on the first, and I will use my bonus action to take another swing.
hits.
So 17, 27 altogether.
Nyogi is looking rough as fuck right now.
And that's the end of my turn.
Move back so that I'm just on the very edge of the gangplank. I'll make a perception check to see if I can spot anything coming from the other ship.
Make a perception check.
11. I doubt it.
Nothing that sticks out.
Then again, just holding my turn. If anything comes that seems to be that isn't Cloud, the Tiefling, or Elizabeth, I'll take a swing at it.
Cool. Sorry, Elspeth.
Can I see any of the assholes in the thingy in the ship?
Look down and you can see the really badly injured one that's Cloud's cut into pieces. Second one try to attack Copy, and the third one just a wee bit further.
Okay, so would I be able to get...
And sorry, the tieflings in amongst them all, kind of in the middle, kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing. Shit.
Would I be able to aim at the one that Cloud is attacking?
When ready.
Okay, sorry, I didn't hear whether you said yes or no there, so I will assume you said yes.
Yeah.
So I will fire off a guiding bolt at level 3.
Ooh, level
13 probably does not hit.
3. Out of bulkhead, and it just shatters a part of the wall next to where the bear was attacking. Just like, and then just hears the bolt just goes, as if it was it thought it was getting attacked for a moment, and then it kind of goes, turns around, kind of sad bear face.
Would sorry, quick question. Wouldn't Cloud get sneak attack with the bear there as well? Because that would be considered it.
Down the corridor a little bit.
Oh, okay.
That's the end of my turn.
Copy.
I'm gonna shout to Cloud and say, she's stupid, so look after her. And then I'll use my Ring of Silence. And remind me, was the Ring of Silence a action or bonus action?
Bonus action.
Bonus action. And then I'm just gonna take a stab at the one that Cloud's attacked is the one looks weak. The one that tried to attack me, the one that jumped down from the ceiling.
It's not as bad, but it's still pretty rough looking. And the one furthest away is completely fine.
Yeah. The one. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna move up and try to attack the one that's furthest away. Yeah, and if I don't get sneak attack, if I don't get
You move, that
as
one in
long as
front of you will try and bite you.
okay, then I'll attack that one. Sorry.
You'll need to make. Oh, you're still poisoned. So
Yeah, what does it save? Can't save.
at the end of your turn, but you're still poisoned, so your attack and ability checks are at disadvantage.
Oh, come on, that was a nat 20.
I know, it's a deck, I know, but that's.
That's an 8.
Oh, fuck.
Right, and then it's a con save, right? Do I take damage?
No, it just poisons you for the turn. The poisons, the damage comes from the initial bite. Then it's the save afterwards.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Oh, thank God for that. But everything within a 15-foot radius is now dead silent.
Oh, I can hear you cursing and swearing as you miss this. And your con save means you are no longer poisoned.
Yep. That's my turn.
Oh, the Yogi are gonna be like the one that's getting attacked by Cloud is going to try and bite him again. Because that's fun. Oh, attacked Cloud.
Nope. Just Cloud's just like, hey, what's that? Ooh, what's that?
Damn, those look shut. Ow! Bite misses, but the claws do. Oh,
No, sorry. The the claws miss as well. It's 21 to hit.
tries to again kind of this matrix bend the way as the claw comes in. Copy. The one in front of you is going to try a bite again.
Miss.
7 does not do shit. Oh, attack.
Yeah, I'm down.
Can I? Do I have line of sight to cutting words? That.
Yes.
So I'm going to cutting words. That. I'm
Just
gonna
quick-
go.
Back up just quickly. Is your cutting words D8?
Yes. So I'm gonna go. Why don't you slip into something more comfortable, like a coma? And I'm gonna.
I love that. That's good. So with the damage die being up to 7.
So that takes a 7 off the roll. So take it down to an 18 to hit rather than a 25.
Yeah, 16 is my AC.
It takes the crit away though.
With 5 HP makes no difference.
Well, at least I tried. Jesus
No,
Christ.
no. It's. I appreciate you trying, and that's the only reason I asked you because it was a D8. Because I was like, okay, maybe there's a chance, but then I did the maths and I was like, nope, there's none. But I really do appreciate the trying.
Hang on, can't cutting woods reduce damage?
Yeah, but if I don't reduce the crit, it goes up to a 20 or a whatever it is instead. So it makes no difference
17.
either way.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah, in silence.
moving an audible whack. It's just a case of silent movie. Thud. Down you went. Bogey at the back sees our bard friend making all this effort and decides to Eldritch Blast.
You know what? I don't feel like taking. Oh no, I've used my reaction. Ignore me. I'm not gonna
Anyway.
take it anyway. It doesn't hit.
He's gonna sidestep out the way and just gonna go, oh fuck you. Kind of cross armed, is like, at least I'm trying here to do bard stuff. It's not my fault the rogue went in and got herself knocked the fuck out. Oh.
All right. If I'm seeing Elspeth get Eldritch blasted, I'm going to run into that space where she is, and then just fire an arrow down at whatever Eldritch blasted her.
Go down, get a bead on the target, and fire away.
Yep. I'm gonna move my hunter's mark to it as well, so I get the hunter's mark for an hour. So I move my hunter's mark to it, and then just longbow it.
Fire away. At 20
Fuck.
again.
Okay.
How many nat 20s have you guys rolled just tonight?
Quite a few.
Someone
Yeah.
quickly count them up. This Yogi's not going to be standing for much longer. Good already, so you get your Colossus Slayer and Hunter's Mark.
What the fuck is that total? 6, 8.
5 nat 20s so far.
I think it might be 6 because I think I rolled 1, but we can't go all the way up in the chat.
Yeah, it's 5. It's 6 if we include Scott's nat 20.
I've counted 5 so far without my 1. Where did you get? Where did you miss 1?
1, 2.
Because Copy has
Roll
rolled
damage
2,
then.
Toto's rolled 2, you rolled 1, and I rolled 1.
That was 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17 points of damage for the first.
If it's
A 17 again for the second one.
like that, Yogi went from being second toughest guy on the ship to being death's door.
Alright. Is he within 30 foot of the gangplank?
Just out, actually, quite a bit further. So, yeah.
Alright. I'll move my dancing sword. Actually, no, I'll leave where it is. I'll leave where it is. That'll do. That's my. I already used my bonus action anyway, so that's it. That's my turn.
You're up.
I will use a free action to say, telepathically tell the bear to come and help me with the one that's not as badly injured next to me, and I will start swinging at the one that is badly injured in front of me first.
You're sending the bear to attack the other one, and you're attacking your normal target.
Yeah, the one that looks really rough, I'm gonna attack on my own, and then hopefully, if I take him down quick enough, I can turn around and get advantage on the other one.
As the bear's moving, you make your attack. Yeah, roll me damage, please. No, in fact, actually, copies already. Roll the damage and hit the bear. How much hit points does the bear have?
Yeah, the bear's fine. He's got 34, so 16, 15. Still got 18 points of health left. Sorry.
He ain't happy about you smacking him, but still carries on.
Not used to
Because of
working
haste.
with a bear.
Okay, you went for the one that was really really injured, or the one you were already attacking, just to double check.
The one that was really injured.
It's just lost its head.
And then I will spin around and use my bonus action to attack the one the bear's at.
And you'll have advantage because the bear's up against it. Okay, yeah. 24 hits. How do you want to do this?
Just accidentally hit the bear and then swing around, take one head off, and in the same swing, just take off the other head, and then just stand there looking at the last one down the corridor.
It doesn't technically show fear, but it is kind of thinking, I'm fucked. That's essentially what it's at full health, but it's looking after its companions all getting diced up in front of it, questioning its life choices. Meanwhile, the bear's kind of looking at it, he hit me, and then sees you kill these two, and went, I'm not going to complain.
And that's the end of my turn.
Is he from where you're just standing? You just watched Cloud behead and then incinerate the other one. So
Yeah. Yeah, I heard a thud come from the ship. So I'm going to use my full 30 movement towards the ship. Do I see Copy unconscious on the floor?
yes,
Right, then I'll cast Healing Word at third level to get her back up. Fucking hell. So you get 7 points of healing.
Thank you.
wake up as you roll round. You see the severed head of the Yogi lying right next to you, like Godfather horse head in bed, kind of like, oh fuck.
I'm super annoyed that I got down, but okay. Yeah.
As he's done,
Yeah, that's my turn. Well,
Elspeth.
I'll actually no, I'll
Sorry,
use
what's
my
your name?
action just to move up another 30 feet closer to him. So that way I can use touching heat magic next turn.
Elspeth, there's now only one Neogi and the Tiefling still standing.
I am going to guiding bolt the one Neogi still standing.
Fire away.
Yeah, I don't get it. because apparently I can't roll for shit tonight. So, woo.
Normally, guiding bolt will be like a sparkle bit of energy going straight ahead. For you, it's kind of like a flutter, and it kind of just goes, plop, and just kind of goes to just halfway to the floor. Just.
Yeah. And that will be my turn.
We're going to Copy's turn. I want to point out to those who are on the deck of your own ship, Big Shadows Castle Fees is another one, as another ship of some sort is now coming above yous.
There's only one left, you said, yes?
Yes. You're inside, so you are not aware that this thing's approaching, but anyone else who's outside just looks up and just sees this eclipse as this massive floating galleon like thing has now just appeared above yous.
Okay, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna rush up to the one that's left, and I'm just gonna take 2 stabs at it. Oh, actually, I'll only have 15 feet of movement. Would that be enough?
Yeah, that'll get you up to it.
Mother of.
As a as a result of the natural one, it will get a bite attack at you as a freebie.
Yep.
It rolls a natural one.
What happens, Scott? Does the world just implode on it?
What it does is that as you're rushing up to attack it, you're obviously still recovering from the sudden knockdown, and then seeing one of these things right up in your like personal space. As you slip, this thing tries to attack you, slips on the body of its comrades, and the two of you fall prone, entangled in one another.
Can I use my bonus action to just take a final dig at it with a dagger?
Yeah. Rolling on the floor with this giant Nyogi.
Mother. That's a nope.
I get to the dagger, but one of its legs is caught in your arm, and it's just like it's a horrifying sight to behold.
That's my turn.
It is now pissed and is now going to try and bite and claw you again. Whilst you're both still on the floor.
Yep. That should be me done. I've got 7 HP left.
I'm going to cut and words that one again. So I will go. Have you been shopping lately? They're selling lives. You should really go get one. And so that reduces it down to a 15.
15 is exactly what I needed. It misses.
Just as it hears that, it focuses away and it bites like a portion of the floor plating just next to your head. And come back and screeches out in just like absolute rage as it swings down to try and claw you.
Yep. Exactly what was needed.
Just rakes across your face and knocks you out again.
You know what? Can I use Uncanny Dodge?
Loads of Austin powers. Well, that would be good, wouldn't it?
You know, I always
Go
forget
ahead.
Uncanny Dodge. So would that be alright?
Half the damage. It still claws you in the face, and it's deep cuts, but you're still alive and conscious.
I always forget Uncanny Dodge. It's so bad. the one rogue thing I always.
Proto, you look up and you just see a ship just floating above you.
I'm gonna get on the earpiece and just tell everyone, we've got another huge ship up ahead. I think you just get back on this ship and let's just go. This thing is huge. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna let everyone know. Everyone that's got an earpiece, anyway.
Everyone here's who's got an earpiece.
Yeah.
Oh, you're up.
Yeah, as I don't have an earpiece, I will move up to uh, the big spider who's still on the floor, correct?
Yep, it's still on the floor wrestling with. As last time, as is it, you're gonna have some really interesting ones tonight.
Oh man.
Kind of sort of looks and like, I know there's kinky fetishes, but that's out of my bounds. And Cloud will stand over the spider and just start wailing on it.
With
Push up,
advantage, if I remember, because it's prone.
yes.
Yep.
Because it's prone. 2 hits.
.40 points of damage.
Nice. It is looking bad.
It's still up.
It's still up and it's looking bad.
I'll use my bonus action to take one last swing at it.
Go ahead. Oh man. It is. You're taking like some of the spider legs off and it's just wailing in agony right now. And it's still just barely alive.
Why won't you die? And that'll be the end
Like-
of my turn.
It's like that one spider you find crawling about in your house and you hit it with a shoe and you swear you've got it and then you take the shoe away and it's still moving.
Why?
hit it again.
Why bring up that image? Like, do you not want me to sleep?
No.
I'm never gonna sleep tonight.
Is he?
Yeah. Move up to Elizabeth and cast Cure Wounds on her. And I'll do that at second level.
Hold on. Is Cure Wounds a verbal component? Verbal spell?
It's a touch one.
No, but does it have a verbal component to it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, can't do that in 15-foot radius.
Which means the spell is still used up, but without actually using the effect.
Oh yeah, because you don't know about the Ring of Silence.
Yep.
Oops.
It was a good effort. It was a good attempt, but it's, unfortunately, it does not take effect.
Yep. So, yep, that's my turn.
Elspeth.
I'm gonna firebolt the fucking spider.
Advantage because of range and hit still on the.
What did you say? Sorry.
Disadvantage because it's at range and hits on the floor.
Okay,
But
well, it's not
14
gonna
is.
hit anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter because I can't roll for shit.
I mean, you could roll a 1 and shoot somebody else, but we'll speed this up a little bit because these guys are taking forever to die. So
Yeah, that's my turn.
from the larger ship that's floating above you can just see like ropes being lowered down. And about 7 foot tall, large, bulky figures are starting to rappel down onto the deck of your ship. Anyone who's on the deck of the ship, make a perception check. Oh, and if only all the present player characters, everyone else is on inside of the Yogi one. You're just like, I don't know who the fuck these guys are, and I'm panicking. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Copy, your turn.
I'm going to use half movement to get up. Turn off.
Elspeth, you vaguely recognise the outline of these dudes as similar to the dude with the black powder you bumped into back at the port.
Cool.
Half a movement to get up. Then I'm going to turn off the ring of silence, look down on it with the sword to his neck, and say, "Call off your allies now."
It kind of looks and goes, "That's my allies! You killed them! I have no allies left!"
Good to know. And I'm just going to stab its throat.
I don't know. Stab. Go ahead. Oh,
18. And sneak attack damage.
how do you want to do this?
I'm just going to drive the blade through her throat. That's it.
You start to wheel out and go, as you just stab it through the underneath the jaw and out through the top of the mouth. If bit of struggling, its legs kind of flail about and then slowly stop. He's dead. Just kind of shakes his head a little bit and kind of goes a little bit kind of lightheaded. Goes, "Ow, that was painful." Turns to Cloud. Goes, "But thanks." Oh, and starts kind of wandering out. Says, "Can we get the fuck out of here, please?"
Is there anyone else on the ship?
Pan goes, "No." They had apparently a in finger quotes poor sales day. Me in the dockyard. Although, and he kind of points down to the corner where these things were running towards. Is like, if you jolt back there quickly, there's a couple treasure chests.
Cloud will gesture for them, and not knowing there's anything outside of threat, he's going to pull out his dagger. Well, no, he's going to pull out his handy haversack and pull out the um, alchemy kit. No, the poisoner's kit. Sorry, and start trying to harvest some of the poison out of these guys.
Nature check.
Would it be a nature check or a poison kit?
Or may I make them poison check it? Sorry.
No one's supposed to be advantage, but first one's a 20, so that's good.
4 doses of the Nyogi poison.
I'll look at Cloud and say, if we can, we should use this ship. but we need to deal with what's outside.
What are you talking about? What's outside?
We have to go out and see. I'll rush past him and basically come outside of the deck.
Cool. Everybody who's inside going outside.
Yes.
You all kind of come out with varying stages of like bruises and cuts and shit. You walk out and you see there's now four these giant hippo like people with muskets pointed towards the gangplank. A fifth one kind of from up top go, "Stand down, man! Stand down!" And they put the guns down. We're on the deck. Fifth one's up top where the ropes are coming down from this massive galleon-like thing that's just floating above your ship. Where do you wish to proceed?
Cloud's gonna hide inside the spider ship, just not exactly sure who the fuck these guys are and if they're gonna attack or not.
I'm gonna stay there standing up because I don't know what's happening. So
You are invisible as far as these guys are concerned. Oh, I do a thing. Anyone at all? Anyone want to do a thing? Because you got four GIF who have just jumped on your ship.
oh,
They've
is
got
the kids who jumped on our ship?
GIF. Giant hippo people with guns. Don't know they're GIF, but I'm just kind of clarifying that yeah, there's a bunch of GIF that have
Okay.
just jumped on your ship.
I will kind of hold my position, but if they try to make any aggressive movements, I'm just gonna start taking pot shots.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hold off until I kind of see what their intention.
Also,
Look about it, you can go. Sorry, Becca, what you gonna say?
no, after you.
About on the ship, kind of like with a kind of observing eye, noticing that there's a Geth Yankee on the helm, still kind of hooked in and concentrating, and they see Aka sitting there, still kind of got a spring in her step, kind of standing still but bouncing a little bit, going, "That was so much fun." Still got that ominous green glow coming out of her like side satchel thing. One of the GIF asks, "Was it you lot that blew up the?" And he points towards the wreckage of the and floating in the astral sea of the larger Neogi ship.
Yes, it was, and we've had a super bad day, so if you're here to cause trouble, can I suggest you fuck off, or else we'll do that to you as well.
At which point, the one that asked the question starts to walk up to Elspeth. Just very sort of like slow paced, towering over you a little bit, and goes, and just kind of gives you a good kind of pat on the shoulder. He's like, "Oh, don't worry, lass. We were quite impressed. We don't normally like magic, but fuck me, that was some impressive fireworks." Who was it who did it? Who did it? And he kind of looks about and tries to see who answers. Aka, almost like overly happy anime school chick, just goes, "That would be me." I caused the thing to go boom boom. Oh, well, that's fucking impressive. Well done. Kind of gives him a kind of like this big massive hippo hand, this kind of salute to Maka. Bad day you say you've had. And he looks back towards the Neogi and goes, "Ah, bit nasty. Well, I suppose we can help you out a little bit on our travels since we seem to have stumbled on you. What do you need?"
Cloud comes walking out, seeing his a bit more friendlier than our last guests.
Yeah, a tiny bit spooked when he just sees this cat-like figure just taking a step out. Oh fuck! Oh, careful now! I don't know. Got a bit jiggered up.
Force of nature. Sorry, but you say you'd happily help us out. How come?
What was that?
He's asking why he would be so kind to help us. This place doesn't seem very hospitable.
Well, that's simple, my lad. And he puts his hand on you again, that oversized hand, and shows, "Neogia bastards. You
A
just
lot
blew up
is
one of
very
their
true.
big ships. So, yeah."
Are you what is it? Salvagers?
He kind of looks and goes, "Phew." That sort of like a massive burst of air comes out of his big hippo nostrils in your face. And he goes, "How dare you? Those petty salvagers." And he kind of points up towards the ship. It's literally a galleon that just floats on like kind of transparent looking sails. He goes, "We, sir, are soldiers of fortune."
Okay, then that's fair enough. I just asking. Obviously, who knows what they had in the big one, whatever left technically. But you offer aid. What sort of aid are you looking at? Trade or work?
A couple of you look a little worse for wear. We have supplies on our ship. Your tiny little dinghy here doesn't seem to be adequately armed for the astral sea.
Well, you have to work with what you've got, and Cloud gestures to most of the pie. Unfortunately, we have no access to sail these seas.
At which point, you see the gift kind of wave up to the other ship, and it starts taking a lower down, kind of what looks like a little life raft by comparison. But it's just like various supplies and stuff that filled onto a little kind of platform. It's getting lowered down to the ship.
You won't happen to know how that thing's piloted, you? Pointing
Pointing
to
to
the
what?
pointing to the spider's ship.
Look over and kind of go, we assume with a lot of levers and a lot of things to be pulled because they things tend to use all their limbs when they're operating ships.
So it's not like the Yankee ship where it needs someone to be physically plugged into it.
We're not experts, but probably nothing to do with mind powers. And he starts kind of tapping his head kind of bluntly, kind of like nothing to do with that. But very, and he starts kind of gesturing with his arms, kind of going over the place. It's like complicated.
True, but if we could figure it out, it would be a valuable asset. We definitely need to change how it looks, though. God, it's ugly.
As you say that, one of the other limbs on the ship, on the Yogi ship, just kind of just spontaneously just starts kind of moving, just like very ominously.
Cloud heads back towards the Neogi ship. I will return in a few moments. Left a couple of things, and he'll start searching the ship after the. Well, he will telepathically communicate to the bear to please stop tearing the ship apart if that's him, and come to me. And Cloud will head towards the chests.
So you find chests. One of them has got roll me two D100s, please. $136 gold pieces. One, you open up, and there are two. There's only one thing inside it. It's a gemstone of some kind.
So 136 gold and a type of gem.
It's about the size of the palm of your hand.
Do you happen to have a spare engineer amongst your crew?
Look at to themselves like they're all kind of all decked out with like marine gear, and they can go. We might have one up on the a couple on the ship. Why? What do you need?
Well, I was hoping they could look over this ship to make sure it's all working okay and it's not going to kill our pilot or us. And if possible, I won't mind them having a look at that ship and seeing if we could figure out how it operates and if we could pilot it to a port where we could either strip it down or sell it, or refurbish it to be put to better use.
Fusion check.
Um, Persuasion?
Yes.
Not bad. 14.
We can check over your ship, but we ain't going near that unless we load it with explosives and send it off its way.
Understandable. Yes, if you could please check over our ship, I would be most grateful. It's just, I don't have an eye for these things, and I have a feeling if I tried to do anything that might result in me getting killed by it blowing up in my face.
Oh, fair enough. And then again, one of them slings up to the ship, and two more kind of ropes come down into engineers. Well, carpenter, repairmen come down and go. We'll have a wee quick once round on the ship. You go up
Thank
to
you.
where one of the bogies had kind of embedded into the hull. They kind of go, well, this is going to need a bit of fixing. But one of them kind of snaps his big finger and goes, I have an idea. Once we get it removed, we can stick it on the. Ah, yeah. That kind of, with their massive amount of strength, just pull this big talon-like metal barb out of the hull, set it aside, and start pulling like bits of wood off of the supply plank and start kind of fixing the hole.
Thank you.
Thing's gonna go down below deck. By the way, he's like, I need to lie.
Yes, go. Rest. I don't think we'll be moving for a while.
Cloud will probably search the rest of this Neo ship just to have a nosy around to see if there's anything else of interest and just how it's laid down. So
One investigation check.
Copy doing all this is just put her hood up and just trying to avoid people seeing her face. And she's just gonna kind of slouch down into a corner somewhere.
As you're wondering about the ship, you're kind of just like one point resting against what you think is a solid panel until it pushes in. And when it opens up,
Cloud just cautiously moves around the ship with the bear, just checking any rooms he can find. He doesn't know if these are the same Neogi from earlier on the island, but obviously he knew they missed the slave auction and they had a bunch of slaves with them. So he's just trying to have a look around, see if he sees some like holding pens or such.
passed on your way to this compartment thing, the kind of holding area, and there wasn't anything in it. So you assume either they've not got any or they sold them already. But from what they were told, probably the latter, not the former, not the latter.
Yeah, I just thought I'd double check. Cloud goes into this room and have a look around.
You see art with a bunch of stuff written on it in common. I'm assuming you know that because of your less
What language was that? Sorry.
common. Oh, you recognise it under common. Whether or not you can understand it or not is. So yeah, it's actually a delivery note from a certain Githyanki stronghold.
Huh. Take it the people they took to the slave market were the people they took from West Run.
It would appear so, yeah. Or at least this ship came from this has recently been to the same kind of staging area that this group at West Run had come from.
Cloud will sort of take that and scrunch it up a bit. Well, just put it in his back pocket. A little bit frustrated and just finish off looking around and then head back to the others.
Anyone else while Cloud's making his way back?
Elspeth has quietly snuck away to her room.
Are the new visitors doing anything?
The marine ones are kind of standing guard right now. They just load a big supply pen thing onto the ship while the two carpenters are like fixing up the damage on your ship.
And what is our Gith friend doing?
About to come out of the helm, just like lifting up the headpiece, and is just going. Looks kind of physically drained a little bit, but otherwise he's kind of just like, this is taking a lot more effort than I thought it would.
Toto,
Yep.
do you think you'd be okay watching over these guys unloading the supplies and the repairs? Whilst I go see if I can find the control room for that thing.
Yeah, sure. Just be careful.
Yeah. Does anyone want to come with me?
Uh, no, Copy will kind of follow Elspeth behind and go to her own room as well.
Okay. Then I'll also let Cloud know what's going on the ship if I bump into him in there. And I'll head on to the other one. I'll keep an eye out for Cloud whilst looking for the control room, or basically the helm.
Investigation.
Okay. Oh, this is going to take a while.
You get lost. It's not a massive ship, but you're kind of like going down the same corridors, kind of getting that kind of. I really hate this place. It's a nightmare. and you circle around the same area about 3 or 4 times before you hear the of a bear, and you turn around and see the next day going, "It's okay."
Hey, Cloud.
What are you doing wandering around here?
Came to try and find the controls for this thing. Also, to let you know, there's a couple of engineers on our ship doing repairs to it at the moment. Pilot's resting, and Toto's overseeing all the supplies and whatnot. I figured if I could find the controls for this thing, we might be able to pilot it at some point. And if it looked like it was too much trouble to pilot, we could let our new friends blow it up.
That might be the idea. Did I see a bridge of some sort?
Passed it on when you got to that particular room that you leaned against.
Yeah. Cloud will just say, the bridge is down the corridor, take a left, and it's on the right.
Okay.
It's not a bigger ship, it's not hard to find. And Cloud will head back to our ship.
And I'll head to the bridge control room, etc., etc., etc.
Find the helm, which was left absent during the skirmish. You can see what Jeff was referring to is the fact that the Neogi ship's got like a lot of, well, think about how a car would operate, obviously with like iPad. There are multiple kind of levers and pulley bit and push pedals that are related to something that's obviously got more limbs than average humanoid.
Interesting. Are any of them labeled?
No, they're completely unmarked.
Damn it. I just, through the earring, I say, okay, I'm going to try moving a lever or two. If something happens, let me know. Is there a red button?
Yeah, it says don't press on it. Sorry, it doesn't say on the press, but there's a on the kind of main console area. There's like a couple of four very particular large swivel mount thing switches on it.
Right. Right. Well, I'm going to try pulling a lever or two just to see if anything happens with it.
And you press the plane shift one.
Roll me a d4. That was broken off, the main armature for it starts moving on the outside of the ship. Everyone on the deck on your ship's looking at just seeing this kind of egg just kind of moving about.
Do you see anything? Just jerking that handle up and down, up and down, up and down.
As the Cloud doesn't have a ring of whispers, he doesn't know he's saying that.
Do I see anything?
Yeah, when you look up and you see the broken limb that's on the Nyogi ship start moving.
Yeah, one of the legs is jerking about.
Okay, right. So, don't need that one. Move on to another one and move that.
A d4 again.
Is Cloud back on our ship again?
bottom right claw underneath the Nyogi ship starts kind of swimming aggressively, just like in a scything motion. Doesn't come anywhere near the other ships though.
Yeah, you got another leg moving.
Okay. Um, do the two handles I've just moved look similar to each other?
Yeah, they're all in a kind of like console bit in the front of the helm.
Right. Um, is it just 4, or is there more of these specific looking handles?
Those specific looking handles, there's only 4 of them. They control the limbs at the front for obviously grappling other ships or swiping at them.
Yeah, I figured that out from just fiddling with the two, because one could be, oh, that's a coincidence. 2, oh, so that's what they do. Right.
A step behind that is where the helm is, which has got all the kind of pedals and levers controlling the actual flight of the ship.
Yep, I'm going to go to the helm. Right, let's see. Hmm. How many pedals are there?
Or 6 pedals.
6 pedals. Right. Are they all identical?
Either 3 on either side.
Right.
All look identical.
Okay. I'll try the middle one on the right first. Just gently apply some pressure to it.
Outside, you can see the ship starting to lift steadily to its right hand side. When the
Whoa,
gangplank's starting to lift up.
whoa, stop moving the ship.
I take my foot
Do
off
not,
it.
do not crash that thing into this.
I at least know what moves it now.
As long as you don't move it any closer this way or any further away.
Yep,
If Cloud sees that as he's getting off the spider ship, he'll sort of turn around and see if he can like start like pushing, just like give it a nudge to see if it starts floating away gently from us, as it's got no momentum.
Oh, let me float away. Oh, nah. Not, it takes more than just your strength to move it. But the thought amuses you at the idea.
yeah. Just as he pushes it, I accidentally step on the pedal and starts moving it backwards.
So what you do, as you're turning it back, the gangplank tears into the side of your ship, causing a bit of structural damage. Nothing too severe. But as you're fucking going, oh yeah, we're going to do this, it drags back the way and it drags across the deck of the ship.
Oops.
Jesus.
Sorry about
Stop
sorry
moving.
about that. Sorry about that. Accidentally stepped on one. But what did it do?
Scratch the fuck out of the ship.
Right. So that moves it that way. That moves it that way. Right. I'm starting to get an idea of the controls.
I don't think you do.
Cloud walks up to the big hippo guys and like, you really want to blow that thing up? Have at it.
One of them walks over to the supply crate, picks up a keg, weighs it in his hand a second, and then picks up a second one. Oh, that's what Bob will do. And he starts waddling towards where the gangplank is. Any chance your companion can fix the gangplank?
Cloud nods towards Toto.
Toto.
Sorry. I zoned out for a second there.
Cloud nods towards you to tell Eddie to sort the game plan out so the big hippo guys can take some
Yeah.
explosives over there.
Yeah, I knew that. I don't know why I forgot. Shit. I really. Yeah. Yeah. I'll spread the message on. I'll just say, blow her
Okay.
up.
Oh, shame, but all right. If we're gonna blow it up, all right. I just press and pull everything.
As you're pressing and pulling everything,
Because I still don't know which one exactly does the counter to what I did before. So I'm just trying to get that, and I'm taking a wild guess that it's going to be the last thing I do. So yeah,
most of the limbs in the front of the ship flailing around. One of them goes round and punctures a hole in the Gith ship. Wildly goes round and whacks it. Heads itself in the hull.
yep, that's not. Come on, move.
Leave the ship alone before you cause any more damage. Fucking hell. Plus,
Right.
we're gonna blow it up in a minute, so you're gonna be dead anyway. Just get back over.
I just shout at the hippo dude, just throw the explosives in there. Fuck him.
And looking at it as if like, I'm really tempted given the fact that you just put a hole in our ship, but the better part of valor, and because we're still kind of on a high of watching the bigger ship get blown to bits by rocks, we'll let it slide for the time being. But your companion's going to need to pay for damages.
I look at Cloud and just go, "Fuck, he hasn't got any fucking money."
He's racking up one hell of a bill. He owes us. He owes them. Wow.
I could end it all if I'm really unlucky. I'm still trying to figure out how to get it so that the gangplank fixes.
I just turn to the bear and go, run back to the control room, grab that idiot and drag him out of here.
Here's
Didn't the
nod
bear
to such
go?
now waddling off.
So did I fix the gangplank?
It's within jumping distance after you've punctured a hole in the gift ship.
Yet nobody was telling me what was going on, so I'm literally just continuing till I figure it out. Just like, right, is this the
Toto
one?
literally went to you, we're going to blow the ship up, get out of there.
Yeah, after he
You
told me to.
randomly hit everything on the console. It's just going to start flailing its limbs about and smacking shit.
Yeah. Yeah, waiting for someone to tell me, okay, let's fix the gangplank. Or, no, don't do that, that's doing something bad.
I said exactly that. I said, "Stop touching shit. It's flailing around."
At
Get
which
back
point I
over.
did stop touching shit. It's just, it hit everything before, or I stopped touching it.
Right. Now it's still. Come back here, and then we'll blow it up.
Okay, did it at least fix the gangplank?
Gangplank's fine. You can jump. It's not very far.
Yeah, balls. Alright.
But for addition, the GIF manages to get over the gap because he's a big fella and goes on board. Kind of goes into sort of general area, seeing all the dead Yogi about, puts the two kegs, rings up a fuse, and is now just waiting for everyone to evacuate.
I'm getting a good seat for this.
Same.
All the deck chairs and just sitting on the end of the ship, just looking out. Everyone, I'm assuming at this point, is now got off the ship. The bear's practically got is kind of just like on its back legs, kind of just pushing Azzy towards the gangplank.
I'm walking by myself.
Just making sure you're moving, and eventually you and the bear, hop the gap.
Yeah.
And as one of the gift who set the explosive is getting his musket ready to fire off the shot to set it off, you see a flame bolt go by from Maka, hits the keg, and a split second later, the Niyogi ship is no more. Boom.
Shame. A little more practice, I think I could have piloted that thing.
I don't think you should ever pilot anything ever again.
What he said.
Why not? It's not like I killed anyone.
You put a big fucking hole in their ship.
Cloud's just pointing up.
Yeah, there's like part of the limb still sticking out the side of it.
Why didn't anyone tell me?
Oh, let's not go through this again.
I could
Look,
have stopped.
Yeah, you're right. You could have stopped. Look, you're not dead. They're not dead. The ship's in a million tiny pieces. It's best for everyone.
With that, Cloud's gonna go up to the head bloke of the hippo guys and just sort of point at Azir and go, "Well, he owes you for that, but we definitely appreciate the work you're doing here. But by any chance, you wouldn't have, well, as you're in such a kind manner at the minute, some spare gunpowder going that we could have or trade for?"
I look at one of them and goes, "We've got some spare kegs here," and he points to the supply thing that they've dropped.
Cloud just looks at Toto and smiles. The full Cheshire cat.
Oh, now
Just-
you did put a hole in the side of our ship, so we're gonna have to. And one of them kind of moves over and puts like his hand on a certain number of kegs. Do me a favor, Cloud. Roll me 2d8. The
2D what, sorry?
2d4. Eggs.
Sorry, how many do we get?
6.
Cloud just sort of smiles and is like, that is more than generous. We did have some a little while ago, and I was trying to experiment in increasing its potency a little bit, but
See it increasing its
circumstances.
potency. You see one of the nearby gifts with like a pipe in his mouth, just drops it. What do you mean increasing its potency?
Uh,
And despite his larger figure, kind of just like shuffles up to you and goes, "Do tell, good sir." Puts the pipe back in.
ooh, as you're kindly giving us this and it's helping us, I will. I would not give this information freely to anybody, but good gestures.
Points to the hole in the
Have.
ship.
Oh yeah. No,
Says,
Cloud is like
"Tell
good
us, and we
gestures are
call
good
it
gestures.
even."
Yeah. He still owes you though. Or now you owe me more. Looking at Azzy.
I don't owe you shit about that. No one told me to stop when it was moving.
Oh,
Cloud
I
just
told
sort
you
of
like
turns
3
away and just looks at the dude, and he sort of like takes him away and starts discussing what his ideas are, like the distilling of it, and he's heard of gunpowder hasn't been a long round for his world, but he knows that some older gunpowder packed tightly can start to sweat and it makes it very volatile, and he's trying to experiment in the fermenting process of getting that extra bang for your buck with this stuff, distilling it into a liquid form of sorts, and he just goes into all the technical jargon.
So they all kind of gather around and like now they're like good foot and a half, 2 foot taller than you, and they're surrounding you, but they're like, "Oh, this is fascinating," kind of listening to you.
With that, Cloud sort of just starts minor illusion like a whiteboard and starts scribbling and just going, well, the muskets probably won't be able to handle the compression, so you'll probably have to change the design slightly, but they'll be very effective in and da 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 da. And he probably spends like good 15-20 minutes just going off of whatever research he has so far in obviously he hasn't successfully done it yet, but so on.
You listen, and one of them pulls out like a pile of parchment and a quill, and a little ink quill in his jacket, and starts to take notes down. And we're going to experiment with this right away. When we get back to port, not on the ship. Yeah, after the last time we had the ship, is that he points to another part of the ship which is more freshly boarded up, hinting that someone had an accident on board.
Yeah, like I said, it is very volatile stuff. It's gunpowder is very dangerous on its own, but this stuff is more so. But from my estimates, about a few mil of the liquid version is equivalent of probably a quarter of a barrel of gunpowder.
Oh, look at one going, ooh. That'd be handy. Yeah, it would be handy. Yeah. And they can all go talk. By Jove, this would be fucking amazing. Just in absolute delight right now of this cat knows more about gunpowder than we do. How dare he? But yeah, they've handed over the 6 kegs, and one of them even goes into his jacket and pulls out what looks like a small business card like thing. It was like almost like a caricature of a hippo with like musket, and he's saying, "If you ever need anyone, make sure and look out for us. We're not hard to miss."
Yeah,
The other supply,
definitely.
the other supplies we've got given you a bunch of healing potions, nothing too fancy. A couple days rations, some repair kits for if your ship gets dinged up again.
Greatly appreciated. A kind gesture, and as I said, be very careful with that experimenting. If you do succeed before me, please drop me a message or so and tell me where I'm going wrong. It's very frustrating, as I'm sure you know.
They all looking at just go and with that, and one of them puts his like massive hippo hand out in front of you in a kind of almost as like jolted manner. Pleasure to meet you, Mister.
Cloud.
And you put your hand out and you shake it. He's like, oh, like again, Vera cartoon levels of like big hippo shaking the cat's hand. Like, it was a pleasure to meet you, good sir, and we shall get to experimenting with the powder changes as soon as we can.
Good luck with that.
And fame, fortune, and glory to you all.
And to
They
you.
wrap their arms around the ropes and go, ta-ra, and get pulled up. The carpenters fix most of the damage to your ship, apart from some of the more recent ones with the gangplank getting dragged across it. They're gonna go, before we go, went over to where the armature was for the Yogi ship. Says, we've done a little thing just in case you get up close with something a little bit bigger than you guys, or of equal size. They've quickly installed a quick lever mechanism next to where the claw thing was.
So basically, we got a scythe on the side.
Well, it looks more like a crane at the front of the ship, but with a little crank, you can turn it its direction and swipe at other ships if need be.
Ooh, goody gumdrops.
They also get on their bits of rope and back up to the galleon, which says it sails off and starts going off into the distance.
As they leave, I go to Maka and hand her um, the type of gemstone you said I found. I offer it to her like, is there anything interesting to this, or is it just a gemstone?
And then
Um,
she looks at it and kind of goes, it's a black sapphire.
Nothing special about it, just a regular gem.
Very expensive gem, but no magic.
Fair enough. And Cloud pockets it and sort of just looks at her and goes, sorry you had to use such a powerful spell on something, but it was truly a sight to see.
And she's
Which
got that almost psychotic level of like massive grin face. She's like, I don't mind.
is there another one of those in there?
Goes to the ring, goes, no, I can, but I think I can store other spells into ring.
Then allow me to store some healing magic in it. That way, if need be, you can use a healing spell.
Okay. And she puts her hand out with the ring and still attached to it.
Yeah. Right. And I'll cast.
Also, before you do, can someone make a note of it in the board so that we know we give Amy if she does make it back next week?
Right. Let's see. Yeah, considering it's Amy, I'll cast Mass Heal Words at 4th level into it.
You don't
Yes.
have to roll the healing.
I know, it's just I clicked the spell thinking it might bring up the sheet for it. But yeah, it now has a level 4 Mass Healing Word in it.
How's our gift friend looking? Is he still drained a bit?
Well, it was less the actual strain of flying the thing, but more the kind of damage taken from the ship had caused a bit of a spike in the system, as it would be. And he's kind of a headache. Give him a bit of time, and he'll be back on the helm like nothing else happened.
I don't know if you'll take half an hour. We'll we'll have a few people keep watch.
Goes to argue, then kind of just and stops and goes back to his cabin.
And Cloud will go to head downstairs and realise the bear's still following him. And as it's a brown bear, it is large, so he will turn around, pat him on the head, and say, maybe this form will be a bit better. Blow the whistle again and turn him into a. I cannot pronounce this bloody word for the life of me. That thing. I'll put it up in
Tissia?
Treesum. Treesum? Something like that.
The winged cats.
Yeah, Wing Cat.
It goes from big brown bear to
And I'll let it jump on my shoulders, and I will go down and speak to Elizabeth. But obviously, if someone else wants to go first.
No, I'll let Cloud do it.
Okay. Cloud goes down to Elizabeth's cabin and knocks on the door.
Come in.
Go inside. Sit down. Are you feeling any better, my dear?
I will be fine. I just do not like spells or abilities that force me to do things I do not want to do myself.
Yeah, I understand. But I think we have a bit of another crossroads we have to make a decision at, and he will pull out the note out of his pocket and hand it to you.
I will pull out my glasses and pop my glasses on, so I should be able to read what's on the note.
Common note referring to the same base that the Nyogi had.
Okay. Does it list sort of what they collected or dropped off at the base?
Meant to be a pickup notice that they were meant to be there in in about a day or two's time to pick up a group of, and it says here, it says useless but useless for our needs but possible for others, and Gith at the bottom as a side note. So it's probably a case of whatever rejects that the Gith Yankee don't have any use for, that like Nyogi we're going to try and sell off elsewhere.
Okay, so does it indicate that they haven't picked them up yet?
They haven't picked them up yet.
Okay. I will read the GIF bit to Cloud at the bottom, which I assume he wasn't able to read.
Yep.
Reading most of the actual undercommon bits, and then there's a little bit of Gith bit at the bottom, which is.
So that solves what I believe would be your crossroads. They were not collected yet.
Well, that's a good thing, and it definitely means some are getting shipped out and some are being kept. So there are still people there to hopefully get. It's just there's a possibility there are more than just a gift there, and these. And he just sort of can't pick a word for it. Freaks of horror stories or some shit are not fun, especially when they turn us against each other.
No, that was definitely the first time that spell has been used to do that, I must admit. But hopefully, with these being the ones that were going to collect them, hopefully there will be no more there. I doubt that they would risk causing a fight by inviting two groups of slavers to the same place at the same time.
And Cloud just sort of smiles at that. Or maybe we can cause that to happen.
What happened to sneak in quietly, get the people and get out?
Well, you know, that's plan B. Don't forget B, C, D, E, and F.
I would prefer the sneak in, get out to be plan A. We are not an army, we should not be looking to start wars.
No, I know, but it's just an option if the worst comes to worst, and there are the GIF and these things and God knows what else. Having them fight each other while we move slaves out will be a good thing. It's the only the only qualm I have is how to shift as many as there could be out of there, because this ship will not hold many more than what is already on here. And saying that, I need to go kick some green ass in a minute, but I'll sort that out in a minute.
Yeah, that is a conundrum. I guess we will just have to wait and see. Maybe there will be a bigger ship that we can take control of when we get there.
Yes, that is true. I still have the headband that I hope will work. And there's always hell. We can always just try anything and everything. I'm sure there's a way. God, if we're really lucky, we may find someone who is captured who can pilot a ship. That would be quite handy.
Or potentially cast a spell to take people home.
That as well, but as I say, my magic is not my own, and it's not as powerful as obviously you. I can just do small little tricks, but I'm sure we can find a way. We seem to always.
Remind me when we get out of this place to ask you about who gives you your power, because I'm intrigued. And at this point, she's going to notice the flying cat on your shoulder and start stroking the flying cat's head.
The wings kind of flutter a little bit as you're kind of just tickling it.
You probably didn't notice it straight away because Cloud would have tried to summon it the same color as him. So he's a black jaguar colored.
Also, see, as soon as Elspeth mentions about where you get your powers from, see the chest wound that you have from when you bit the dust the first time. There's a slight kind of pulse through it, and you can just feel as if like there's like something growing out of your chest. Responding to her inquiry.
Cloud sort of just scratches it a little bit, and yes, when we get out of this, yes, we have much to talk about, but I think one step at a time, and that step is putting my foot up at some green bastard's ass. So I will see you shortly. Rest, and Cloud will nod his head and leave the cabin.
See you later.
He will then tell the flying cat to search the ship, just because he saw the Neogi turn invisible. He wants it to have a check over the ship as it can see invisible creatures. And he's going to go to the orcs, wherever they are obviously sleeping, and go and throw some. Well, he's just going to walk up and kick them and probably hurt his foot, but still.
Or you notice that two of them look pretty much worse for wear, and that the others came in with like their axes and all, kind of go, "Oh, is it over?"
Where the fuck have you been?
One of them points up to the what was only recently just patched up hole in the ceiling. Some big pointy metal thing came through the deck head, and nearly killed two of the boys. And then we heard a lot of infighting amongst you and the others, and we thought, well, we'll. I went into, and at which point Clover kind of goes, "We thought we'd wait and see who won first. We're brutally honest."
Oh dear, what you guys like? Which one of you died?
Aye, but there were Van Clatter and what's the other one? Gregory were the ones that got hit with the metal arm.
No, not Gregory.
They're not dead, but they're kind of like we could probably do with a good lie down and some like whatever.
So all five of them are okay, they're just fucked up.
Yeah, they're just fucked up because they got like they just happened to be the epicenter where the claw hit.
You stupid bastards. But That's probably a good idea. You
At this
stay down
point,
here.
Longtooth kind of goes, maybe we should book the better rooms next time. You can just elbows the rest as they're like, oh, we're laughing, but we're also hurt.
If we get a bigger ship, I'll upgrade you. But rest up. I'll get the pain in the ass one to come down and heal you up a little bit if you need it. Cloud will go and tell Azzy that the orc's a bit hurt if he's got any healing, and he will go to his room and sleep because he's very injured.
As you're approaching your room, you notice that your little flying jaguar friend is kind of pointing a paw to the guest quarters next to yours where the two slaves were, and there's blood coming out.
Ah, for fuck's sake. He opens the door and looks in.
Oh, there's a dead yogi in there with what looks like uh male slave. Like his hands are covered in blood. Well, his knuckles, and turned round, and he's sitting next to what looks like a fox. When you turn around, she immediately kind of yelps back and turns into like a half elf form with the red hair and goes, "Oh, and she just kind of points at the yogi lying dead on the floor.
Well, at least I know you can handle yourselves. And Cloud will lean back. Longclaw, any of you who are still alright, can you get rid of this trash? And Cloud will go in his room, lock the door, and he will unbutton his shirt and have a look at his chest.
Look at the chest, and it looks like roots on the ground. Look, are emanating from where the wind is. So like roots, not too far, but kind of like an inch surrounding the wind right now.
Are they just coming straight out, or are they like folding over the wound?
Folding over.
Okay. And Cloud will cover that up, take his armor off, stow his bag, and he will just go to sleep because thankfully he did not get hit for a lot of that, and he's quite low.
Luckily, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'll head down to the orcs, see how bad they are. How bad are they?
Gregory and they're looking pretty worse for wear.
Right, then I'll cast Beacon of Hope to target them. Start with. Then, which one is definitely the worst off at the moment?
Gregory.
Right, then I'll cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level on Gregory. So he'll get a 16.
20.
It's 3 8s plus 4.
So 28 plus 4, so... Oh no, hang on, sorry. It would be 28.
Yeah, so he gets 28 points. Is he still looking pretty bad?
A lot better.
Then he gets another Cure Wounds at 1st level. So that is another... That's 12 points of healing. then the other one gets another 12 with my final spell slot.
A lot better now.
Yep. And I literally just go, are you okay now? Rest should finish up the healing process. I need to rest myself. And I'll head off and just go find a spot just so that I can get my proper rest done because, yeah, I need it.
Oh,
Can I go down and check on the slaves I bought?
and you see the blood outside of the room initially, and then you see one of the orcs dragging, and then the Oaken going, "Don't mind me, little man, coming through," as he's kind of just dragging this big dead spider thing out of up deck.
Jesus. Okay, I'll just brush that off and knock on the door. Kind of let myself in.
I fell for the election.
They look okay. Then the room all right.
Well, the dude's got blood all over his knuckles as if he was like squaring off with the Neogi, and again, there's like blood all over the floor with paw prints all over the room.
Oh shit! I'm really sorry. We got attacked by Neogi, obviously. You both okay? You holding up all right?
Okay, I just nod a lot. Nod.
All right, good. I've got a spare one of these, so you might as well take it just in case something like this happens again. And I'll pass him one of my short swords. I'll say, just take it, and
Both kind
yeah,
of
in
look at
case
you
something
and
like
kind of
this
just
happens again.
leave it off as like, eh, not our thing, thank you.
All right, well, I'll leave it by the door, and if you need to use it, then it's there. But yeah, feel free to get yourself some food and drinks and have a wander around a little bit if you like. Just try and stay safe. All right, good talk. And I'll just turn around and walk out. I'm not particularly damaged. I only took 1 point of damage, and that was when Copy fucking butted me with the gun. So I'm just gonna go and just sit on the deck and kind of oversee the repairs.
It don't take too long. So you do see Maka at the front of the ship, just kind of staring off into the astral sea with something glowing in her hand, glowing green in her hands.
I'll approach cautiously, trying not to make her jump as I approach. I'll just say, "What? What you got there?"
Glow kind of fades as she turns around, and it just shows you like the tube thing that he's found in the mind flayers there.
Shit. Have you? What are you doing with it?
And he looks at it and looks back at it and goes, "You want to see?"
Yeah, for sure.
Opens the tube up, and out slides a bladed wand, and it looks like the sort of atypical. You buy this out of like I can't quite describe it, but any of those sort of shops that sell overly edgy looking metalwork knives and shit.
Yeah.
Just looks like typical one of those, like bladed, like a wand that's got like a blade sticking at the front of it, and it goes, moving it about within her hand, and she's getting a sort of some way that someone with a butterfly dagger would be able to do, just kind of twirling it around, going, "I hadn't noticed what this could do, but it feels very nice."
Well, that is fucking cool. Uh, that was a good job you did with the ship. Sometimes burning people's bad, and sometimes it's good. And I know sometimes it's hard to tell the difference when you should and when you shouldn't. So I apologize for being really harsh on you about it in the past. But today was good. So thanks.
And kneels down to your height level and kind of goes and just looks you straight in the eye. And goes, "It's okay." Kind of a little bit, and then puts the bladed wand back into its little container thing, closes it up, and goes, "I need to go sleep."
All right. Good night. And I'll kind of just take a seat on the deck. Just look out. Just stay.
Different swirls of color and shapes vaguely forming in the distance.
Definitely
It's
getting the
pretty.
pipe out.
If out, a couple talks, and then just sitting out, looking out to the stars, or whatever the fuck these things are that look like stars.
Yeah, I might just sleep here. Just take a rest here.
That will go a long rest as Jehote comes back to the helm and starts piloting off towards the final leg of the journey before you get to the Githyanki stronghold or outpost, or however we want to kind of phrase it, on the demiplane it inhabits. Thing in the, well, quote, morning or early time as it would be, since time is kind of an abstract thing in this particular plane of existence.
When Elspeth wakes up, well, stops staring off into space for her 4 hours, she's going to wait another 4 hours and then go and knock on Copy's door.
Yes, who is it?
That would be me. Am I right to come in?
Yes.
I will walk in. I assume the door's not locked and she's not just going to have me walk face first into the door.
No, the door's unlocked.
I'm going to go. I was pretty exhausted after last night, so I didn't come and check in. So I am coming in this morning to make sure you are okay.
I'm fine. It's just when they charmed me, it was the first time someone had control over me in a long time. It brought out a very bad side.
I have a feeling on this one. I understand. Probably more than I would like. It gave me not the same feelings. I more drew into myself than you, I believe, became more external, but the same kind of reaction, just different ways of dealing with it.
Yeah, thank you for helping me.
That's okay, that's what we're here for. But I've said it before and I will say it again. If you need to chat, you know where I am. Obviously the boys are a little bit, probably don't quite understand, but you know certainly where I am.
Do you trust them? Especially the short one.
Yes, I do. The short one isn't. Toto isn't the brightest, but he's definitely loyal and hasn't done anything to not earn my trust yet.
Then I trust your judgment.
The newest one I'm reserving judgment. We shall learn that one together. But certainly Cloud and Toto are definitely people you can trust.
Please look after the slaves that he got. No one deserves to live like. And then I'll give her the weird wand, weird staff. What a weird staff would be.
Is that literally what you've got it written down on as?
I
Just
literally
weird
have it
stuff.
written down as weird staff question mark.
Do you have 4 of them?
Yes.
That's the Mind Flare staffs.
Ah. Why do I have 4 of them?
Because there were 4 on the wall and you just took them all.
This is what happens when I don't play the game frequently enough. I forget.
It's because Copy's a kleptomaniac.
Yeah, a little bit.
Elspeth is going to go, having seen how useless I was with the sharp, pointy end of a sword, I don't assume I'm going to be any better with that. It might be better off in your hands.
Oh no, I remember this one. This is it's got 3 charge slots and it does 3d8 force damage. No, I don't use these things. I think you're better off with it. You need something to protect yourself. And I don't know how much I can do that.
I'm going to go. I'm not sure physical things are any more useful than my arcane abilities, and she'll click her fingers and, I don't know. If she has prestidigitation, she'll clean the room. Clean copy, that's what she'll do. And she go, I'm pretty... If these fail me, I doubt a wooden staff is going to help.
Okay. Just a note, because I just remembered when I used my visage and also went unconscious, I would have dropped down my actual appearance. So Elsa will be seeing her in her changeling version before she's changed into Elizabeth.
Okay.
But Copy doesn't actually remember not changing back, so she thinks she's Elizabeth at the
So Elspeth is going to go anyway. I will go and check on our guests, as you asked. Obviously, you potentially should look after them as well. You will know more than anyone how they're feeling at the moment. And she'll go, just as she goes out the door, she'll go, by the way, I can understand why you don't, but you're very pretty like this. Once you trust us more, you should be like this more often. And she'll gently close the door as she walks out.
Shit. That's not the character. I'll still be in my room for a little bit longer.
Toto, anything you do in the morning?
Just make sure the slaves have had something to eat. Just go and just generally just check everyone's okay. Nothing specific.
Cool. Cloud, anything from you?
When he wakes up, he'll check his chest again to see if it's like grown any further, or is it just closed up over the wound.
It has not spread any further, and it's just closed up over the wound for the time being.
Goody gumdrops. He'll get changed, get his stuff, and he will head upstairs and he will start trying to sort at least some of the gunpowder into like smaller bags and such, and putting them in his haversack. Obviously, you can't put a whole keg in there, but you can pour out into more hand-sized bags and such.
I can say you can take one of the kegs and split it into a couple of smaller bags worth. About 4 bags of gunpowder.
Yeah, so Cloud will sit there and split down one of the barrels while like munching on some basic rations for breakfast.
Sitting there, you see a kind of shadow kind of form over your back, and you see not try to sneak up or anything, but this kind of subtle footsteps of Jehote behind you going, "Got a plan for use of this."
Nothing for you, if hopefully. It's more for my own recreation. But as we said, we want to get in and get out as quietly as possible.
A subtle nod, and then he just kind of continues walking. Is he?
Yep. After Azzy's had his 4 hours rest, he'll go and check on the orcs and just stop with them, making sure they're alright. And if it seems like the conditions worsening, then using healing magic just to make sure they're okay.
Actually, going and they're kind of all in this 5 point star, kind of back to back, kind of sleep, kind of like huddle on the floor, kind of looking in all directions with all their instruments. See that, well, stroke instruments, stroke weapons, either within arm's reach of each other. So as soon as they hear you coming, they're gonna go, "Look, look," and grab their shit, and they go, "Oh, it's just elf. Hi, thank you for," and they kind of point to the injuries that have now healed up.
Yeah. I'm just going to stop here whilst you rest. That way I can make sure you're completely fine. I want to be. It's better safe than sorry, and I want to make sure you're all in top condition for when we have to kill stuff.
They all go, "Yay for kill stuff!"
Yes. So, rest. If something does need to be alarmed, I'll make a loud noise.
They all kind of just nod along.
Yeah. And literally, whilst they're resting, I'll just watch over them to make sure they're all alright. If anything seems wrong, I'll examine them and, if need be, deal with whatever issues I can deal with.
Oh. After a little bit more brief time of traveling, Jehote signals to us as like we are nearing where the demi plane is heading away. Advise you all hold on and prepare for whatever preparations you have before we do this.
So how are we going to do this, Jehote? Do you just sail us in and march us off as slaves, or what?
Would probably be best.
Don't really want to ask you this, but it has to be done. Can you give Yankee see invisible creatures or detect said creatures?
Here's your side eye. Have some methods if we're prepared or expecting.
And when we walk in, will they be expecting someone invisible to follow you?
Not likely.
Okay, so that is how we will play it. Cloud turns to the rest of the group. Longclaw, boys, be gentle, but move these kegs downstairs. Cloud just make sure they're all sealed up properly, and then turns to the rest of the group. So
Just quickly remind me, because I think I might have missed it. The Longclaw boys, are they the slaves?
Oh, that's the orcs.
Ah, okay.
Slaves
Yeah.
haven't actually had their names asked yet, so
I assume that was Toto's job, being their new master.
Toto's too scared to ask.
I'll quickly go downstairs and have a quick chat with.
Okay.
Are they both in the room?
yeah, they're both in the room.
So I'll knock on the room.
Half elf lady opens the door.
How are you guys doing?
Quite well, thank you.
We never really asked your name. At least I never really asked your name.
Opens the door wide and goes, I'm Viola, and that's Marcus. And the human male kind of just like waves his hand with bandages over his wrist, and going, hi.
How did you two get caught?
Look at one another and kind of goes, we don't want to talk about it.
Okay. I'm gonna put the 4 staff down in front of them.
That's kind of wriggling a bit, kind of writhing a little bit on the floor, kind of not just sitting still, they're like slowly moving.
Look after yourselves. Use these to protect you. And also, I'll slap her once quickly. Never ever let someone capture you ever again.
You
don't want
second
to
you
try it.
slap her, the male dude dashes up and plants one on your chin. Well, he's going to attempt to anyway.
That's fine. I'll take it.
You want to take it?
Yeah, I'll take
Sure. It's a stunning strike. Boom. You immediately are just like, holy shit, I just got hit with. And the girl turns into a wolf and pins you to the floor.
Fantastic.
Best purchase I ever made.
Make sure you don't get caught. That's all I have to say. And if they let me go, then I'm gonna get up and go.
Reluctantly, they let you up.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Reluctantly, they let you up.
Yeah. Then I'll get up and go.
And I'll think as the ship gets to where the demi-plane kind of rift is, they get through with a kind of certain kind of jerk motion to the ship just as it passes through the barrier. As you pass through the barrier, you can see this like wide landmass with like almost like twisted fortress in the middle of it, with a couple of the gift ships of surrounding like an upper tower kind of skydock kind of structure that some of you might recognize from where the airships in Taldori normally kind of like dock up, but with GIF Shipskin towards it, and Johoti says, "Whatever preparations you need to do them now before we approach, and we'll call it a night for that. While you're in the process of getting ready to do this for next time."